Alright guys, so we got a few new things since the last video, and I'll just go over them real quick. I did end up shredding one of the tires in a field, so I got some new tires. I swapped them to the rear, swapped the rears to the front. But let's see, so we upgraded this fan to this GPM fan because we broke a blade on it and it was acting funny. So we changed the shocks to the GPM gold shocks. Hopefully that'll help. We switched the oil weight to 80 all around. Let's see, we got the hubs and the metal shafts, whatever you want to call them, all around. Let's see. We got a new, the new metal servo for the Maxx. I was breaking these little clips here, and then it was sliding forward. I don't know if this is actually going to do any better, but I can say that it is really strong. It makes the car handle quite a bit better. I really do like it. Hopefully it doesn't break. We got some metal skid plates on here. Hopefully that may help with also assisting in not breaking the bulkheads. I've been doing very mild bashing with it, just like in the backyard, jumping a ramp on grass and stuff like that. But I haven't done any hard bashing on it in a while, so let's see if these springs with the 80 weight and the steel skid plates can stop this thing from breaking the bulkheads. Let's go. I guess that's it for today. Ooh, the carnage. Meh, meh, meh. That did not fare well. Woo. So we definitely tore this Maxx up again. We have to do some serious upgrades is all I can say. So
as you can see, bulkhead completely exposed. These screws came out. This bulkhead, this rear bulkhead, actually looks like it survived. Let's see. This back one is crunch time. You gotta get the Vidavons, man. I don't think that this is actually broke. This piece came out right here, but I don't think it's actually broke. I think it's just because it's all messed up. So we definitely lost another bulkhead. And something else I saw, but I just kept running it, is we cracked the plastic on this guy. So I don't even know where the fan is. The fan literally has left the building. Yeah, the fan that was in here is actually not in here anymore. It is gone. These little plastic things broke. Servo, look at that. Look at that. It's damaged. Yeah. Oh, wait. Chassis. The chassis right here is broke. Front piece of that chassis is broke. How's this? Battery clip came undone, but it's still holding together pretty good. Man, the tie downs for the servo, I just don't like them, you know. All right, let's see what else. All right, guys, so pretty much everything we talked about is all I've seen that's broken on it. All in all, I mean, it's got solid bones on it. I'm not breaking any legs. I didn't break the hubs. I still love the tires. I think the tires are great. I noticed that, like, every time it lands, it won't stick the landing. It bounces and flips upside down. I don't know what that's all about. I'm not an expert in the department of what type of shocks or the height or what might be causing that. I really don't know. This right here just broke the plastic on it. I did find the fan. It's not broke. I think I'll just like super glue the parts back and put that back on. I don't know how that broke. Not really sure. Maybe this slapped against it a little too hard. I kind of went over it with some shrink and just kind of got it tightened up. Maybe it's a little too tight or something like that. I'm not sure. I am pretty disappointed about the servo. I thought that maybe this plastic was a little bit tougher on this because it's pretty freaking expensive. I'm not sure what to say about that. I don't know if anyone has a similar experience where the little clip-ons break where the screw goes and then the servo slides forward. And it causes the truck to not veer as straight as it does when it's brand new. It's still in the truck and it still steers. And it steers fairly okay, I guess. But that is kind of a letdown. I really thought that maybe this upgraded servo had a harder plastic. Maybe if they would make the outside of this servo also steel, not just the gears, maybe that would stop it from breaking. Broke a chassis, but as you can see, I mean, we're jumping it full speed. I mean, it probably goes 30, 35, maybe even 40 feet into the sky. So, I mean, we are jumping it hard. And maybe it's the limits of the truck or just, you know, of how I have it right now. Or maybe I'll find a better setup for it. The bulkheads, I don't know a way to get this thing higher up or to stop it from slapping. I mean, even with these springs, even with the 80 weight, when you drop it from, let's say, waist high, I can still hear it slap. And just a side note, I had the X-Maxx, and the X-Maxx was tougher, man, just for anyone who's just curious out there. Like some people say, oh, because the Maxx is tighter and it's smaller, it's a little bit tougher. It don't got the clearance, it don't got the size on it to land big jumps on concrete or skate park or anything. So, you know, my opinion is if you wanted something tougher than this, or if you're curious on whether or not which one is tougher, the X-Maxx is definitely tougher than this. With upgrades, I never broke parts like this. I actually sold it a while back, just cause. But basically, it was tougher than this. I could jump it pretty much battery after battery on a jump like that, full speed, and rarely break parts. I upgraded the hub carriers and just a few in and odd parts, and it just would not break. It was just so tough. And but yeah, I mean, this thing is gonna need. This thing's gonna need something, something to be able to handle that type of torture. And like I said, may not be able to, the screws come out of these plates. These plates here, it's like the screws don't flush onto it. So the screws grab onto the wood, they grab onto the cement on the ground, and they rip out. So, and that could be even what could have caused this is one of those screws grabbing and actually ripping it out. Also with the action of landing it and all that jazz. It did explode the ramp. I guess I got to make the ramp out of better wood, but I mean, it just blasted it. And this was not, maybe to this degree, this degree could have been that last ramp, but this was broke prior. Basically, during the jumps, I had noticed that this was already cracked, but I just wanted to run it until it couldn't run anymore. I knew the bulkhead was cracked, but definitely hitting that ramp at full speed and the ramp kind of imploding pretty much finished that off. So, I mean, I'm probably going to end up having to look for screws that can go flush into these skid plates, and it's got to have the Vidavon, It's got to have the Vidavon to be able to take that type of abuse. Maybe once we get the Vidavons and find some flush screws that won't grab the wood, maybe we might be all right because no other parts are breaking on it. The legs are super duper tough. The tires are not cracking. The hubs are taking the beating. Everything else for the most part is taking the beating. So maybe next time we do an upload, we might have some Vidavon. And maybe even I might upgrade this, It's broke. I like to upgrade things when they break. But it was a blast. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next time.